There are so many people within the gaming industry who claim to be tolerant when really they are not. They will attack and belittle you whenever you have an opinion that differs from theirs. And over the weekend, the DICE Awards happened, and you might be thinking to yourself, wow, another gaming award show. Surely it went fine, but no, it didn't, because there was a big political rant made by Greg Miller, and now it's blowing up on social media, and people are mocking him ruthlessly. So, of course, over the past couple of weeks and months, there's been many radical leftists melting down, especially within the gaming industry. But these activists just could not help themselves and decided to hijack this event to push their political BS.
My favorite games, Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred, is nominated for Online Game of the Year. Get your hands together.
Is that really the best game that you could sit here and praise? Seriously, Diablo 4? I'm sorry, it's not a awful game, but it's also not a great one. Just pointing that out.
Thank you, Rod. Of course, that is a game that takes real skill.
It does. Yeah, and I'm not trying to flatter everyone here, but if I know one thing about this audience, is that none of you had to pay someone to play Diablo for you.
Of course, so both of these individuals have decided to make these political statements. They're attacking Elon Musk like they have been for months at this point, and sure, love Elon Musk or hate Elon Musk, it looked pretty bad for him when he said, oh, I don't account boost. I would never pay somebody to play a video game for me. I play them myself. But on the flip side, the fact that these journos and just these activists are so triggered over this just goes to show how petty they really are.
It's hard to level up your own characters when you're dismantling democracy.
And here we go.
Company here, but just in case for the people online, if you get mad at that joke, it's Greg Miller. G-R-E-G.
M-I-L-L-E-R. Fuck Elon Musk and fuck Donald Trump.
And the worst part about all of this is that the crowd is going wild and they're clapping and they're so happy that this was being said, but this is a video game award ceremony. All right, we should not have political statements being made on stage. If you as a human being have a personal social media where you want to make these posts and make these statements, that's one thing, but to get up on a stage and co-opt an event to push your political agenda is pretty fucking bullshit. Like Donald Trump or not, like Elon Musk or not, this is not the time or the place to do it. And what makes this even more hilarious is that just a few weeks ago, Side Scrollers had held the Real Game Awards, and there were so many people melting down over it. People like Alyssa Mercante and Ethan Gotch saying, oh my god, they only made this show because of politics, because they wanted it to be right-wing and anti-woke, when really Craig brought up nothing about politics and his show was attacked for it. But now the mainstream media is not going to attack the DICE Awards because it's a statement that they agree with. It's hypocrisy, plain and simple. And Greg Miller is getting absolutely wrecked for this, and I'm happy to see it. Stuttering Craig had said, so the Real Game Awards was labeled right wing, and literally nothing political was said during our show at all. Does this mean that this award show is radical left wing progressive, since Greg literally said fuck Donald Trump during it? Also, this was 100% scripted, so the award show signed off on it before they did. And yes, this is very true. It was clearly scripted. They were clearly comfortable with saying it. It was clearly rehearsed. It's okay when they do it, but it's not okay when somebody just wants to make an alternative to the Game Awards, because then, oh no, your political leaning is the only reason why you did it. You know, the lowest layer of hell in Dante's Inferno is betrayal. How often do you think of your friend that you betrayed? You supposed to be a tough guy who stands on business? You think anyone believes that after you sold your best friend down the river? You're scum Miller and everybody knows it. Fuck you and fuck Kinda Funny. Who even is this guy? I got a feeling Kinda Funny won't be around much longer, and after this, I really don't think so. D-Day Cobra or Jeremy Griggs had said, "We still remember when you canceled your best friend over a simple joke, fuck off." And if you don't actually know about this situation, I guess I can show you this article really quickly. But Colin Moriarty had said, peace and quiet, hashtag a day without a woman, a very simple joke that I as a woman would never, ever, ever be offended by. But then this caused chaos amongst this friend group, and his business partner, Greg Miller, subsequently issued an apology stating that he personally believed the tweet to be in poor taste. And then he, of course, had said that Colin would not be attending the PAX East, where the rest of the Kinda Funny team appeared, over a blatantly obvious joke. Imagine throwing your friend over the bus for something that simple. It really just showed then how much of a piece of shit Greg was, but now, of course, he's out here co-opting events to make political statements, or again, working with a company for an event where they wanted a political statement to be made. You left IGN just to become IGN. Cringe, me waiting for y'all to actually be kind of funny. What inspired you to do something both so stunning and so brave? One thing gamers hate is a sore loser. This one single image has triggered so many people. It's really, really funny. And this whole situation is really pathetic because, again, Greg Miller is somebody who does not give a fuck about this industry. He just wants to make money off of gamers, and he can try all he wants to sit here and look like a big adult, a strong man, a funny guy, but all he really looks like in the end is a little fucking bitch. Nobody cares what a dipshit hipster cares about, bro. So edgy. This is why gamers hate video game journalists. Keep virtue signaling. And will he make an apology? Absolutely not, because it's a statement he clearly agrees with, this host Stella clearly agreed with, and this is just a perfect example of why people do not trust the mainstream industry. This is why we do not trust the Game Awards, where you've got outlets like Kotaku and IGN being voting members when they are the ones who are trashing games and they don't actually play video games. This is why we do not trust journos from IGN. This is why people question content creators online, because you have people like this who will throw the industry and a prestigious event under the bus just to make a statement. So I don't think there's going to be any sort of apology issued. I don't think there's going to be any sort of clarification, but they are getting brutally roasted right now. Over 1 million views, 2.4K comments, all wrecking them, 3.9K likes. So his echo chamber is at least showing up to try to support him, but things are not looking very good for Greg Miller at this point in time. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.